Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here together again. So today, we're actually doing a very creative video. So if you guys remember back in March, I believe it was March 7th, I put out a video about an update on this series that I'm doing. And it's basically just a series of videos that it's not really have to do with a specific topic. It's just gonna be a series of videos of me doing random stuff, things that doesn't really have to be a schedule. It could just be random, have fun, get out of my comfort zone, which I have with this YouTube channel, with me talking about all these movies and all these stories that I have with experiencing movies. So today I want to do something a little fun. I've always been wanting to talk about YouTubers, and I've mentioned a couple of them on my channels, like as Brian Hull and Chandler. So I kind of want to talk about my top 5 favorite YouTubers of all time. I won't be doing a top 5 worst least favorite YouTubers list, because to be honest, when it comes to YouTube, it's a bit different from watching a movie and TV shows. Because for me, YouTube, I only watch videos that I enjoy, and when it comes to movies, I'm not gonna rate a YouTube video because what if I don't like it? So it's not really gonna be something to talk about. So these are my top 5 favorite YouTubers that I absolutely love, so here we go. So if you don't know, the Superhero Kids, what this channel is, it's basically a group, it's a family of kids that basically dress up as superheroes and tell these very kiddish superhero stories. And honestly, I think the way they tell these stories, even though they're very childish, they're fun to watch because some of the stories I actually really did like, because the way they do the stories is they have the serious moments with the action, but they also use but they obviously they're not mature. They're not like the mature adults we see in superhero movies these days. So they act like actual kids, which is why it's called Superhero Kids. And I think it's very cool the way they do it. And it's not just Marvel that they do it. They do from Marvel to DC, from Star Wars, from they even bring in some characters from like Godzilla and stuff. Like they just go for everything, and it's very cool. They even have a video where they fight the guys from Five Nights at Freddy's. They even fight clowns at one point. So it's a very cool channel. The reason why I don't have it higher is because I feel like that their content that they're posting now just hasn't really been the same since 2016, which was, I believe, which was when I experienced when I found Superhero Kids, and that's where I felt like that's where their channel was at. Like that's where I felt like their channel was at their best, was at their prime. But now ever since the superheroes have gone to the other superhero worlds, like I don't feel like they finished that storyline very well. I don't even think they continued it, or if they probably did and I just didn't see it. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. But number 5 is Superhero Kids. And before we go to number 4, let me just say I'm trying to be as positive with all these YouTubers. I don't want to say anything negative. I don't want to start argument on the YouTube channel here. I just want to be meaningful, and I'm gonna try to keep my issues of why they're not higher as positive as it can be, but not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. So if you don't know who Webhead is, he's basically this kid named Ryan Walsh. I'm not even sure if he's a kid anymore, but we'll get into that. Just pay attention to that. So he's this kid named Ryan Walsh, who basically does all these videos about Marvel, and sometimes DC, and basically talks about movies. He doesn't really do that much reviews on his channel of movies, but he does talk about movies. And I thought that his channel really was fun. I thought that the videos that he posted was very cool, and his opinions on things were just very cool, and the way I love the way he talked about comic books. The only reason why I don't have him on the top is because he has not posted since 2018. November or December of 2018. And it really shocks me because he was talking about that he was going to be talking about DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and Transformers. Like, he was going to talk about more franchises than just Marvel. And I don't know why he hasn't really done that yet. So, maybe he's probably coming back this year. I don't know, but I really want him to come back. If Ryan Walsh, if you're seeing this, please come back, because you were one of my favorite YouTubers, and I absolutely loved the content that you made. And yeah, so that's why Webhead is at number 4. Now, Des2Fly, I'm sure a lot of you have heard him on probably like TikTok or something, maybe Instagram, but this guy's fire. His content is absolutely fire, and here's my reason why. So, basically, what he does is he does these skits, right? He acts as the mom, he acts as the dad, he acts as the little brother, he acts as the big sister, he acts as the big brother, and then he acts as other characters. And his skits, I gotta say, every time he releases a skit that has to do something with the parents doing something to the kid that is just unfair, like, I don't know why, but I just get mad at that. Because it's like, let the kids have freedom. Let the kids do what they want. They're not even doing anything wrong when, like, there's a video where the mom is just being petty at the kid, and because there's a fork in the dishwasher, that means there shouldn't be anything in there, and then she like keeps coming out in the room, and then complains about a little pesk of dust, and then she asks the son to get the remote, but then the remote was literally a centimeter away from her hand, and it's just so funny, but at the same time it gets me so, like, it gets me fired up. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's kind of like, I want to show this girl if she was real. It's not real. It's just a boy acting like a girl. If this was a real person, I would be like, no, I can do that if I want to, and I wouldn't get that, and I would definitely knock her out. So, Des2Fly, if you're watching this, I love your videos, man, and keep doing the good work. And yeah, just keep making those great videos. And I also love the back in the calendar where it's like where it either says poop or butt. Like, it's just literally a little funny thing I like. So thank you, Des2Fly. I love your videos, and yeah, and I can't wait for your next one. So, I've talked about Brian Hall on my channel before. Of course, I've talked about him many times before. But if you don't know, have you ever heard of the guy that's saying Disney and Pixar as that they let it go with Disney and Pixar impressions? Yeah, that's the guy, and he did that back in 2014. And he's kind of, the way he became famous on YouTube was kind of the similar way that I am, because he was getting famous overnight. And he does not deal with change well, and it's the same with me. I don't deal with change well as well. So, I just thought that, let's talk about his channel as a whole. I just think that his channel has turned into something I really enjoy. I love how he's doing new things, especially with the tier list. Like, I'm a movie guy, so I like when he talks about movies. And he's done two so far. He's done the Disney animation tier list, and he's done the Pixar tier list, which both I enjoyed, but I enjoy the Disney videos so much more because it's much longer to watch, and I love that. And then of course the impressions that he does is just great, and all the impressions that he does is, and of course he's just a funny guy. Like, he knows, like, even there's sometimes humor that I even laugh at. So I love him as a YouTuber. So that's my thoughts on Brian Hull. But before we get into my number one spot, I have some honorable mentions. So the first couple of them are going to be some shout outs to some of my close friends that I asked to subscribe to my channel. And the first one is going to be my friend Bolts. This is my actually close friend Ethan. The reason why I have him as an honorable mention is because, or not my top 5, is because, one, it would be kind of weird to have friends in the top 5. But, you know, they're not like, I don't think they're like me where they post daily. But I'm not, I wouldn't say weird. Why would I say that? No, not weird. I would say it would be kind of weird to have your friends on your top 5 YouTuber list, because you don't really watch your friends on YouTube. You really like to see them in real life. But also, he doesn't really do that much videos. I've talked to him, and he says that he was gonna do like all these live streams and videos and stuff, and he's done a couple in the past, but not much. And then this other one is I don't remember her name, but it's my friend Jalicia. Hang on, let me look up her name, because since I subscribed to her and she subscribed to me, she's on one of my channels. If you go to like my channel page, you can see that she's actually one of my channels that I subscribe to. Oh yeah, okay. So if you want to go subscribe to my friend Jalicia, her name is Melanin. I hope I'm saying this right, Jalicia. Melanin_beauty1. That's her name. Or you can just go to my channels and look up and just go through as you see Melanin_beauty1, and you'll find it. Yeah, so that's done for shoutouts. Now let's just kind of talk about some honorable mentions. The first one is gonna be with health bars. Now, this is a YouTuber that I absolutely love. I watch health bar videos almost all the time. Now, it's not about like an actual food bar that you eat. It's actually about fighting and movie fights and TV show fights. And I watch these daily, constantly, because I just love the way they do it. If you're doing a big hit, they do critical hit, and then it like tells you how many hits you've taken, and it's just so fun to see that. Another great YouTuber that I love is Movie Fan. I just think that he's a great YouTuber. I just think that his channel's really good. I don't watch his videos that much. He doesn't really post that often, so that's kind of why he's not on the list, but still a very good YouTuber. And then, of course, Austin Burke. I actually like him. I think his lists are interesting. I think his opinions are interesting. But like I said, I don't really watch his videos that much. I really watch the videos that I kind of am interested in to see what his thoughts are on the movies that I watched. And, yeah. So, and then, I think I have another one, because I'm looking at the history of channels. Oh, then also, this other guy, Isaac Carlson, who basically does these videos, these 3 videos of like Lion King and Disney and DreamWorks and Marvel and stuff. So it's a very cool thing. So that's my honorable mentions. Now, let's get into my number one favorite YouTuber of all time. But easily coming in first place is Chandler Talks About. I've talked about this guy millions of times on my channel before, and I absolutely love Chandler Talks About. For the past couple of days, I mean, I sometimes I don't really watch his videos because sometimes it would be about a movie that I wouldn't technically see. But if I watch his videos now, it kind of gives me inspiration. I feel like his channel is kind of the inspiration of why I talk movies, how I talk them. And I think he's really helped me grow this channel. I really think he has. And like the movies that he watches, I've watched some of them, and I actually do agree with him. And I've talked to him on Instagram at the same time. He's a pretty good guy. Well, sorta. He sounded a little bit rude to me, but I'm not sure if he was rude or not. But that is my top 5 favorite YouTubers list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram name is Marvel6. My TikTok name is Marvel1Fan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my about section so you can follow me on those social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. The same name as my Instagram, Marvel_6_. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.